Ooh.
All right, y'all. We're getting into some more Game of Life 2. There's a new map. We're gonna be in space, y'all.
Space.
Ooh,
And-
space map.
You know, just like I always get accused, not always, but sometimes get accused of playing like speedrunners in between episodes or something. Oh, Ash is suddenly better. So, Price has been playing Game of Life off episodes, y'all.
I played a little bit to unlock another vehicle because I was like, we all talked, I think, at the end of the last episode about how close we were with the Fairy Tale Kingdom to getting new stuff.
You know,
and I thought I would like to mix things up for the fans out there, see some new things.
How
It's
dare
not the fact that you
skills
did
that
it.
he will bring to this new game.
It's not that you did it, Price. It's that you didn't secret that hurts, okay?
I don't think it was in secret. I wasn't like offline on Steam.
You didn't tell us? All right, you didn't give us a chance to
I literally did it
to
5
play along?
minutes before the stream.
Oh.
Oh man,
in
Look,
our
it'll be
general-
worth it.
in our
It'll be
general
worth it,
chat
I
there,
promise
y'all.
you. Oh man. But I love the idea that I could somehow gain skill for this game.
Yeah, I know, right?
Of all the games we play.
I figured out the out the
man.
spin. I figured it out.
Oh, look at the
change
little
it.
rover.
I know, the lunar rover. Oh, there's little aliens. Okay,
It's
I'm gonna be the
Speedster.
spaceman.
Oh yeah, who are y'all gonna be? Do, do,
There we go.
I haven't seen the aliens.
Yeah,
Oh, okay,
I mean,
there's an
don't we
alien.
get new
Yes,
stuff
there's
anyway
three
just
for
because of the
free,
update?
yeah.
There's 3 new characters and 2 new vehicles, it looks like.
Oh, those vehicles are great. My goodness. Those are silly. All right.
Does it have different occupations? I'm sure it does.
Oh my god, that bug. Shut up.
Right? Right?
Shut up.
Oh, I didn't even notice the bug. Oh, that's the one that you unlocked,
That's
Price.
the one
he
I
unlocked.
unlocked.
Oh, this
I told
hacker
you.
boy over here,
I
this
told you.
cheater.
Now here's the real question, y'all. Think about this. What happens when it grows bigger? Because they all get bigger when you get like
It's
a
gonna
large
be,
family.
I think, like a caterpillar.
I think you're right. I think
Yeah,
you're right.
I
That's
think
a
it's
good
gonna.
guess.
I think it's gonna get bigger. It's gonna be a bigger
Get bigger
bug.
and be a caterpillar. Yeah.
Yeah.
What are we calling here, chat? We think just bigger ladybug, caterpillar, butterfly?
No, it's got to become a long boy.
Long boy.
All right.
Because I don't think they're gonna use centipedes. Because centipedes are nasty.
Yeah. Yeah. I love your alien, Rick.
Thank you.
It's great
yes.
stuff.
Oh.
Look at the bubbles.
Oh, what kind of jobs are we gonna get?
Oh my god, you see
Hologram
the
piggies.
Hank?
Whoa!
Yeah.
I want the Doom Pyramid. Give me that. I want that house.
Let's go.
All right. All right. Look, y'all, it's always Halloween for me, okay?
Is there different
How
music?
into?
Wow! I go
Wow.
first.
Look at that.
Unprecedented. All right, let's go.
Yeah, music's definitely different. Oh my god, Pink Ladybug. I love it.
I dig this this jam.
Yeah.
I say, like, I know that we
wow.
have hyped it up a bit in the past, but like or hyped them up a bit in the past, but like the devs of this game, Marmalade Studios, they do such a good job at like their season passes of very varied and different levels that they
Yeah.
continually add to the games. They have a lot of life to the boards that they make.
Yeah. You know, it reminds me kind of Clue. Like, if you think about all the different boards and
That was the same
characters in
devs.
Clue.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so it's like that same kind of level of like you get
Black.
a lot of it for your buck.
You're gonna pull a
Explore.
Matthew McConaughey if you
Yeah.
do
I
that
am.
one.
All right, I'm going into the Tesseract.
All
No.
right, all right, all right.
Murph, don't let me go, Murph.
Don't let me go,
Oh.
Murph.
I love that movie.
It's been so long since I've seen it. It was pretty good.
It's good,
I remember.
yeah.
I, remember
I
it
one
being
time
good.
watched that movie back to back, and that's a long movie.
Wow.
It is a very long movie. Yes.
Wow,
You know
I get a
what?
raise? Oh, yeah.
Might as well, honestly, right away.
Yeah, why not? I mean, I could try for a better job.
Can you imagine
You
like
might
the
get a better
first
job.
day of the job? Like, give me a raise.
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't. Ooh,
Rick, you haven't even gone to the black hole yet.
that's true.
Because the event horizon just
Wow,
showed up.
there was a timer. It was like, you better choose.
Oh, wow, really?
Ah, shit.
I would say it's usually not worth trying to get a new job if you haven't gotten better education yet.
You demanded a raise and they
Hush,
gave
you.
you a demotion.
Well, look, they wanted to send me into a black hole.
Fair enough, fair enough.
I mean, you applied for the job.
I did, and then I had doubts.
He watched Interstellar and he was like, you know what?
Yeah.
Oh, man. So, Rick, you talking about watching that back to back? Ash is you, by the way.
Sorry, I'm not used to the spinner looking like this.
I similarly tried to watch a Christopher Nolan movie back to back, which was Tenet, because I wanted to understand it better. Oh
my God.
And then about like 10 minutes into the second one, I was like, nah, it's not worth it.
Yeah, it's really not.
Yeah, that's one of the only Christopher Nolan movies where I just have no interest in watching it.
Like I don't think it's bad because it's got some neat stuff. But that's about it. Like the neatness. It's interesting.
It's neat.
I feel like it's one of, like, Christopher Nolan has a lot of what I would call his clever movies, where he's trying to be clever, and this is one of them where I was like, he doesn't actually pull it off. Like, I feel like in almost every other one where he's trying to be clever, it's like he does a good job of that. In this one, it's just like, it's okay, sure. It's not worth, like, you're not going to learn anything more from it after the first experience.
Ooh, rocket ship engineer.
To a degree, as long as you've been paying attention, you kind of figure everything out before it happens because you've seen it already happen.
And I can't even remember everything that I was angry about a lot in that movie, and I remember immediately after watching it, I wrote Price like a book that I Discord messaged him. Like, I have so many angry feelings about this movie.
I remember that. I think because I was the only friend of yours who had seen it, and you were like, I need to say something.
Well, Christopher Nolan is kind of like a better M. Night Shyamalan in that he always has to have a gimmick with his movies. Like some high concept kind of gimmick, where it leads a lot of people to be like, I hate Christopher Nolan because I don't get it. Like, I don't understand the concept. He doesn't need to try to confuse everybody. Like, just make a good movie. You don't need the gimmicks, okay?
He's like David Fincher mixed with M. Night Shyamalan. Like a really talented, good, like straightforward director who also just has to have that gimmick, like you're saying. Okay. I just finished Ratchet and Clank Galactic Special Agent. Let's go. Join in the Q-Force. Ooh, give me some money.
You Avanta asks, can we have a Nolan Princess Switch movie? What would that be like?
He would make it worse. I don't know. I think he'd make it worse by trying to be too clever.
There would be some kind of like time travel aspect in it. That's how they switch, It's like it's kind of like the Prestige. It's like the Prestige.
Would be like the
There's
Prestige.
two.
Absolutely. It would be the Princess Switch Prestige.
Yep, it would be like that, yes.
My thing is just like thinking like we just watched the Princess Switch 3, which has a huge heist component to it. So you can already, like, after watching Inception, you know that Christopher Nolan can take a heist and make it so melodramatic with so much nonsense in there. You mix the Prestige with Inception, and you've got Christopher Nolan presents the Princess Switch.
Price, just I want to everyone here that has seen Princess Switch 3, which is probably only me and Price. Imagine just that movie, not touched at all, but with a Hans Zimmer soundtrack.
It would be so much more dramatic. Like, I love the idea of taking a movie like that and chopping it up and making it look super dramatic. Like, because that movie, it'd be hard to find the takes.
Somebody should recut the trailer. People like take a comedy movie and make it into a drama with the trailer.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
I want to see that for the Princess Switch 3.
You guys
Price,
got easy.
Have you watched Princess Switch 1 and 2 yet?
You.
I have not gone back and watched them,
They're not. It's not worth it. It's definitely not worth it. I will say maybe the first one, only to get figure out what's going on, because the first one is so the third one is like we've accepted how terrible this is. The first one's like we gotta set up how terrible this is.
Wait, you guys, I gotta stop us right now because the last episode that we put out of the Game of Life, we talked nonstop about Princess Switch, and we're doing it again.
No, you know what? This is Stumpt's Princess Switch 2.
I'm taking out all the loans to buy this Peg Outpost. I'm doing it.
It's so cool looking.
I'm doing it.
Jealous.
Look at this.
I'm jealous. That is awesome. I mean, you are the little alien guy too, so it's
and
like...
to be fair, Rick, the only thing we talked about in the last episode was the hairline, okay?
That's true. It was,
but it was still Princess Switch related.
Yeah, but at this point, I have now seen the hairline. There's new information, Rick.
There's 2 loans.
You gotta see how bad it was to begin with.
Yeah.
Here's 3 loans.
Oh my god, there's gonna be like 6 loans.
Last time I was not
loans.
converted to the Princess Switch ways, but by now I am. Like,
5 loans. No big deal. When I sell that for $100,000, it'll all be worth it.
All right.
Oh, I didn't realize that. You have to take the loan on your turn. I assumed
Because
that
Rick got married.
Right. I assumed that it would do it all right when it happened, but it waited until your turn to give you the loan. Not like it matters. I don't think it changes anything.
You know what? I wonder, Price? Like, I wonder if, for example, Rick got married and I went into debt for like less than 50 grand, and then on my turn I spun and I landed on myself and I got 50 grand. I wonder if I wouldn't get the loan. No.
Well, no, it gave you the loan once you
I think
started.
it gave you the card right away. Like literally.
So okay,
let's
let's play this out in a different way then. Let's say before my thing ended, Rick went to like a bowling tournament and I got additional money.
Yeah. I think that would get you because it's stopping that. You're right. I do think that's the case. So that is why it matters. Because if you can somehow get that money back in between.
Before the debt collectors come to you.
Yeah. Neat. Rickonomics.
Yeah, Rickonomics.
Do it.
Every game we do
Money's
this.
not real.
Oh, man.
But why does it feel so real?
But, Jazzy, I'll say this. I don't even think I need to watch the first Princess Switch. Yes, I'm bringing it back to Princess Switch. Because this movie, like, basically just gives a refresher at the beginning of it.
There was a weird, like, magical elf, like, matchmaker throughout the entire first one that felt really awkward. Because he was everywhere.
He made a small cameo. He was like...
Because, like, in the first one, he literally was every single person they talked to.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. He was just constantly there.
He wasn't constantly there, but he was a much bigger role in the first one.
He was like, I'm going to tell you to go to Belgravia. You should apply for this thing. Hey, I'm
Oh, no.
I'm like a janitor, and you should go after the guy. Oh, I'm this person. I think you should do this. He literally was, like, everywhere.
My goodness. Well,
Also,
I missed out on that experience.
Also, the princess becoming, like, the commoner girl. Like, they had to do, like, a whole, like, montage of them, like, changing places. And she got, like, a crash course on how to be a princess was ridiculous.
What?
Isn't that just the Princess Diary? At that point?
It's more like the Prince and the Pauper.
Right, but I mean, but Princess Diary, she had to learn how to be a princess, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but they did a crash course within a night.
It's so cute.
It's cute.
Oh my god,
on
the bug.
Ladybug.
Yeah, I really want to see what happens to the bug if it gets bigger, you know?
You gotta go the baby route.
Oh, there we go. Give me your monies. Ooh, Rick.
Oh, that was close.
Thank you. I'm sorry that you spent your last penny on my wedding. But I'll still take it.
I'm noticing some ores on this moon here. Are we like a mining colony?
Probably.
Yay!
Yeah, that sounds right. Why else
Turns
would
out
we come from
Jazzy
Earth
catered.
to go to the moon unless there was valuable resources to strip from it?
Indeed. You know what? Yeah, I'll get a gigantic TV.
No, my crown.
Oh no. Take it. I don't need it.
I'm seeing little food court situation, little food stands.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting to look in the background. The little robots are so cute.
They are. There's so
I wonder
many
if
of them.
that's a costume you can get.
Somebody mentioned that the plot of Royal Person and Commoner that look alike, switch places, but done a lot. True. How can we forget one of the original Princess Switches, which was King Ralph? Anybody?
What?
King Ralph?
Don't know that one.
You don't remember King Ralph?
I don't remember
John
King
Goodman?
Ralph.
Nope.
My
gonna
original
look it up.
Princess Switch was It Takes Two with the Olsen twins. All right,
Not the Parent Trap.
not the Parent Trap.
Babysit.
King Ralph. Oh, I've seen this cover. I don't think I've seen them. No, I don't think I ever saw this movie.
Wow, you guys, uncultured. Honestly.
1991. Maybe I saw it, but I just don't remember it.
I think it's one of the only movies that John Goodman ever starred in that was a release in theaters.
Hey.
And then it's Cloverfield Lane. My goodness.
You mean like one of the only movies where he was like one of the top billed?
Exactly. I mean, because like he was
Star. Yeah.
he was in the Big Lebowski, obviously, but he was
Big Lebowski
He wasn't
or
the lead.
yes. Oh, he was in the Flintstones. That's true. Mr.
Yeah.
Steel Wolf. How could I forget? Of course.
That's right.
Plus, who can forget big, Blues Brothers 2000?
Yep, he's in that too.
I refuse to believe that was a real thing. I'm pretty sure that was just a fever dream.
I never saw it, actually. I have no
Really?
idea.
You've never
bad.
seen it?
So
Why
bad.
would I?
It's not bad.
It is bad. It's terrible.
It's just literally like the second one. Like they have a child, they're hanging out.
It's a kids movie, which the first one definitely is not at all. It's the furthest thing from a kids movie. How could you take a hard R movie like the Blues Brothers and then make a PG kids movie in the second one?
Is it hard R?
Yes.
I mean, it was an 80s R.
An 80s R.
I mean, that I feel like that does describe it pretty well. It's an 80s R.
Here's my only thing that I want to know if it also exists in the Blues Brothers 2000 is did they destroy like 180 vehicles?
Yeah,
in
they
Blues?
did.
Yeah, that's got that like classic supercar
Let's take it
pileup,
back.
right?
Take it back, Rick.
Yay. I've got enough money to pay off these loans now, so just give me the opportunity. Come on, game.
Because I will say, one of the, I forget what it was, but for whatever reason, the mayor of Chicago really wanted more movies filmed in Chicago, so they like gave Dan Aykroyd permission to film there for free, and they like closed off the streets for him. But he had no idea that they were going to do that much like vehicle demolition on the streets of Chicago.
All right, Ash, see what you got.
Yay! We'll split it.
Wow.
Y'all tied. Give me the money.
When I
for
rolled
those of
low,
y'all
I was
out
like,
there that have
I'm in
never-
last.
For those of y'all out there that have never seen the original Blues Brothers, besides just being like a classic comedy movie that's very much worth watching, it has genuinely probably one of my top 3 favorite just vehicle chase scenes of all time.
So
They
when I was
destroy
in,
so many cars.
I was in woodshop class in high school, and there were these seniors who would like just slack off, and they would come in and like, because there was this big screen TV in the room, like one of those big back projector kind of, you know? The seniors would come in, they would just goof off, and they would just watch movies during class time. And the teacher got so pissed off, not that they were watching movies, but that we were watching bad movies, that he stopped class one day and he was like, if you're gonna watch movies, we're gonna watch a good movie. And that's the first time I saw Blues Brothers. Instead of doing shop class, he just sat us down and made us watch the Blues Brothers.
I don't know what it is about shop class, Rick, but I had a high school teacher that was very much of a similar vibe.
Little
That he
Bit?
was like
There you go.
our shop class teacher at our high school.
Cluton.
Yeah, he was like, a lot of students would just sort of like leave class during its session to go next door and get something to eat, which was like a little deli next door. And he was like, you going to the deli? Here's $5, get me something as well.
He also,
Yeah,
in our my class, he lost the key to the last test, the final test. So he's like, I'll just do the test with you guys. And he eventually like found the key afterwards, and he did so terrible on the test. He's just like, you know what? I don't even care. What grade do you want?
Yeah,
curving
that's
it.
shop teachers for you. Because you know what? You don't need any like pre-qualifications to teach shop, I guess. They just like a lot of time it's like
come
some
on.
like old coach or something. But he's not coaching right now. They're like, just stick him in woodshop class.
As long as you got a trade skill. You know?
Yeah.
Which,
I mean,
to be fair, that's what I loved about our high school, Benson. It was a trade school that was teaching trade skills, and it's like those are now very much in demand. Like, there's not a lot of students out there that are vying to be plumbers and carpenters, and it's like those things are badly needed now.
But I'll say that my experience, at least with like a lot of art classes and stuff, was very similar, and I feel like they're treated very similarly. In that, because everybody's experience or what they're going for in there is going to be different. A lot of times, you're working on your own projects and whatnot. It's very much individualized, right? Your teacher will come over and talk to you about your thing, and then talk to that person. I feel like those people always end up being more relaxed about their stuff because it's so personalized.
I'll
So
say at my high school, I had like 3 or 4 different, construction or mechanics and like different different crafty teachers, and really only one of them was the one that was that slackery. The rest were perfectly fine. I've got nothing to
Oh no,
insult
taxes.
them with.
Oh shit.
I just remember
We're all getting all of our money taken. All of us. It's bad. I
remember
I took art all
ahead.
4 years of high school. Took art classes, and when I was actually 6 years in junior high, I took art classes too. Yay, got some money. When I went to Santa Ana in 8th grade to go live with my mom, it was a very underfunded school, and I had come from a school that was very well funded, and we were like doing like watercolors and charcoal and stuff like that. And when I get to this class, there was no money for the arts, so literally my first assignment was coloring a Thanksgiving pamphlet from a grocery store. They had a stack of Thanksgiving pamphlets, like that they would give out to kids, and we had to color it. That was the assignment. And then the kicker was the teacher yelled at me because I wasn't properly blending colors.
Okay, weird.
My goodness.
While coloring a Thanksgiving pamphlet from a grocery store.
That turkey is very undercolored there, Rick.
Seriously, it was like, oh my goodness.
Support arts funding for schools, y'all.
My history with art teachers was that they took themselves way too seriously. I was like, this is 8th grade art class. Give me a break.
Again?
Yeah, we're getting bad luck with the taxes.
I have been taxed like at least 3 or 4 times now. I wish I had art classes during school. Like, art was it wasn't even a thing in my schools.
Yeah, because yours was very trade.
We went to
right?
trade school, but like even
Yeah.
like in like middle school, we didn't have art because it was just not funded. And then the only time I did take art was in like community college, and it was such a grab bag of like what kind of teacher you're gonna get. Because one was like, like a classic painting. Like woman where she's just like, I don't agree with anyone's art unless it's classical paintings.
Oh, gotcha.
And
That's
so
the
she
worst.
was really frustrating to like sort of work with because she was like super critical on like, this is not art. And if you're going to be doing this, you should really be doing these things instead. And so she would try to like steer you into a different direction in like what you wanted to do. So she kind of like put me off on painting. And then the others were like, yeah, I own like a print store down the road, and I'm teaching this class because like I like this thing, and I'm gonna teach you different styles of printing. So like I learned how to lithograph, I learned how to do silk screening, which I've already known how to silk screen for a long time. And I was like, that's actually more fascinating to actually have a teacher that like was like, yeah, I just want to teach my trade because it's fun.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Rolling low.
But yeah, I
Yeah,
remember.
there we go. I need the money.
I remember in my senior year, I just sort of assumed that like all schools around Portland sort of had this sort of like lackluster funding for arts and stuff like that. But then I remember in my senior year visiting my friend's school in Gresham, and like just the mere fact of just like leaving Multnomah County and seeing a different county school is just like, oh my god. You guys have this many classrooms for art? You guys have this much funding for your music program? What is going on?
So, I was going to say, speaking of which, I went to probably the most funded school in Oregon. And so we had tons of resources. I was very fortunate. One of the things I remember about our art teacher, though, in the same way that y'all are talking about, kind of how they treated things, is I remember the art teacher seeing my stuff and going, oh, I know what you're going to love, and bringing me an H.R. Giger book of H.R. Giger's art.
That's amazing.
And it's one of those ones where I was like, oh, I already know who this guy is. I love this guy's stuff. But, like, the fact that, like, she could see that I was into weird, dark stuff and being like, I'm going to help this kid find weirder, darker stuff, not like, oh, this is scary and creepy. So I've had a lot of good experiences with
You
art
guys,
teachers.
we've been talking about a lot of things, but Ash just got married. Can we acknowledge the fact that Ash just got married?
And I got a vehicle upgrade.
Right.
What's my vehicle look like
Ash
this?
is so far back. Ash is
Nice,
doing what I did
that's cute.
last time, and it's not gone acknowledged until now. I'm almost done with the map, and Ash is just getting married.
I just want to point out how Ash's vehicle is basically like what happens when you find the rest of your Legos.
Yeah, you're like, I finally found the windshield.
My goodness.
That's
I'm
so
doing terrible
true.
this round.
It's like the base of my vehicle didn't really change at all. It's just like finally there's a windshield.
Exactly. You found that little hinge piece you needed to put it
Oh,
on.
the
We,
hinge piece was
uh,
the best.
We have a Back to the Future DeLorean like that, where like you can make it look like the DeLorean from any of the 3 movies.
Oh.
So like we keep it at the base version, but if we wanted to make it look like the DeLorean from the 3rd movie, we could.
You got the pieces to throw
Yeah.
on top of it, yeah.
Wait, the DeLorean to the 3rd movie was just a train, though, wasn't it?
No, it had like a bunch of
first
like
mov-
circuits on top of it.
and the first movie, the wheels couldn't hover. So that was part
Yeah,
of it
so
as
in the
well.
Until the
third
end of the
movie,
movie.
right,
they
right,
had to rebuild the circuit, so they basically had like a giant microchip
Yes!
that they built.
Oh, come on, long boy.
We're gonna find out, y'all. Here we go.
Come on, everyone!
What are we thinking?
I want to say.
I think it's gonna get long.
Long boy. What we got? Huh? Come on.
Wait, what is
Oh,
that?
it's a
You
carriage.
killed, you
killed
hollowed
it.
out the,
You did.
the ladybug.
Oh no!
That got gruesome real fast. Oh my
It's
god.
a bibbity bobbity boo situation. They took a like a bug and they hollowed it out like a gourd.
Exactly.
It's like the real life version of what would happen in Cinderella. It's like, kill me. It's if David Cronenberg directed Cinderella.
I'm so horrified now.
Oh, it's so bad. It's so
I wish
bad,
I
man.
hadn't done it.
I was
what
hoping
did
for
you
bigger
do?
bug.
I know.
I was too. I thought for sure it would go long bug.
Gosh. It's a it's a hollowed out pumpkin. What?
Take the kid back. Return.
Yeah. Bye bye baby. Get him out of here.
I like that
Oh,
concept.
man.
You have a kid, so you get a minivan, then you realize you really don't like the minivan, so you return the kid.
Hey, man. We're going to get a minivan. It's happening. It's the only choice we have.
Do I want investment or I mean, I already got family, so investment.
So, back to art classes and everything like that. What I want to say is, please do support increasing arts funding for all schools, because I had so many great experiences with art when I was younger that it helped me become a better artist a lot, and it's only because I had access to it. And it's unfortunate that some kids don't.
What they got to do, though, is they got to make it so that the money
all schools
for
get the same funding. All
Yes.
schools
yeah,
should get the same
spread out
funding.
throughout
That's
the
what I was gonna
state
s-
rather than municipalities, because it doesn't matter how. If you vote for increasing taxes for arts in some places, a place like Baker, you know, where they have population decline, not population
Right.
growth, it doesn't matter
Right.
if they increase property taxes to get more arts there. They'll
No,
never be able to
exactly.
afford
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
All
That
public
is
schools should be the same.
Yeah, that is the biggest problem. And what I'll also just, you know, I don't want to get into a big rant about it, but New York Times recently put out a really good video on the fact that liberals are really bad at putting their money where their mouth is.
I watched that. Liberals are a bunch of hypocrites.
And it specifically talked about, I think Connecticut they used as a really perfect example, where in Connecticut, every level of government is controlled by Democrats, and yet they still haven't passed common sense legislation that every Democrat, like every Democrat politician, lobbies on, hey, we want to fix this education funding issue, and yet they can, in like a heartbeat they could. And they still don't.
Well, here's something from that video that I thought was really interesting. So in Palo Alto, which is Silicon Valley, very, very democratic, capital D, democratic.
There's no way I can catch up to that. So
the voters, time and time again, vote. We need more affordable housing, more affordable housing, more affordable housing. What they mean is we need more affordable housing, but not in Palo Alto, because Palo
not
Alto,
in my backyard, Rick. all right?
in Palo Alto,
Right.
everything is district for single-family dwellings.
Hey.
Like 95% of Palo Alto is single-family dwellings. And when there was a vote to make one square block into family dwelling apartment buildings, just one square block, unanimously, the voters voted against it. They were like, no, we're not going to allow you to drive down the price of our property, basically. And their properties are already way overvalued because it's Silicon Valley. But it's just one more, anecdote about how, Palo Alto overwhelmingly votes in favor of affordable housing as long as it's not in their neighborhood.
Yeah. I mean, that's rich people, Like I want to still have my perfect little suburb.
It's rich people and it's also middle class people. Look in Portland. There's a houseless, Christless here, and everybody wants houseless individuals to be housed, but when they say we're going to put in a shelter community in your neighborhood, they're like, nope, anywhere but here, thank you. They can't be here. No, not in our neighborhood.
Yep.
Because they look down on homeless people and they think that they're subhuman.
That's ridiculous.
They think that they're all criminals, and that next thing you know, they're going to break into your house and steal all your stuff.
Yeah, it's awful.
Exactly.
Those are all stereotypes, y'all. Don't believe those.
And plus, the easiest way to solve homelessness is to provide homes. So,
to give them homes.
Exactly.
Well, and on the one hand, Democrats are like, give them homes, but just not in our neighborhood. And on the other hand, Republicans are like, don't give them free stuff. So
they're like, let them die. That's their policy.
Look, we think people should have homes, but they should earn it. You shouldn't give it to them for free.
So I'll just quickly...
They don't think people should have homes. They just... They say, if you can afford a home, that'd be a good thing for you to have, but people don't deserve homes.
So
John Oliver actually had a segment on homelessness, and he discussed Florida, for example. And I forget the exact numbers, but it was something like Florida spent something around $3 million in 1 year to provide services, and by services like hospital stays, jail stays, and stuff like that for homeless individuals, houseless individuals. But it would have been 50% cheaper just to give them houses, basically.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, sell my house.
Anyway,
all right.
My nice happy segue on this is that for Stuntmas this year, we are supporting homelessness
that's the worst
charity. One. So, join us for
worst.
Stuntmas, y'all.
Yeah. We'll actually put our money where our mouth is.
Yeah.
The hypocrisy's the frustrating part. Well, it's just it's like one set is evil and the other set is incompetent. Which do you pick? Well, you go with incompetence, but you're not happy about it.
I think, honestly, one of the first steps is just humanizing homeless people, because they're human, obviously. But it's really easy just to paint with a broad brush and say they all have mental health issues or they all have addiction issues, when the truth is a lot of them do as a consequence of being houseless for as long as they have been.
Astronaut. Let's go, y'all. I'm going into space finally. I've lived on the moon for so long, and finally I'm an astronaut.
Oh, you got 6 wheels, man. My Lego one definitely had 6 wheels.
Mine was supposed to, but I put 10 of those bad boys on
Nice. Yeah. You went for the long boy.
Yeah.
That's what we all wanted. Instead, we got a hollowed out pumpkin.
Yeah, pumpkin.
Pumpkin in quotation.
It has a little stock on the top. If
Sure,
you
can put a stock on anything and call it a pumpkin.
Wow.
Jazzy, I want to see yours upgraded.
Well, I don't think it's gonna happen.
I don't think, unless you roll a 1 and get a surprise baby.
Surprise baby, yeah.
I went risky, hoping for something.
Yeah.
Didn't get it.
Forget, does Rick also have that vehicle?
Yeah, I do, and I also do not have a baby.
Hey, getting a new job at the end of the world. Okay.
Joe said we all would have preferred Long Boy. Absolutely.
We all would have preferred it. Don't lie.
If any of the devs are watching, I hope they're kicking themselves right now. They're like, of course, Long Boy.
Long Boy.
Why didn't we think of it?
Oh, man.
I keep thinking I need a spin.
Boy, we've talked about some stuff, y'all.
Damn it!
The taxes!
The taxes
I'm getting
are coming
raked
for you,
over
man.
the coals. We all are. We've all landed on taxes quite a bit today.
I mean, I don't know if I've landed on it at all, to be honest. But you've gotten a lot of money. I just didn't have a high-paying job.
Well, he just also sold his house.
He did.
Oh, no!
That's true.
But I only made 108,000 on it, and that did not pay for the loans I took out to buy it.
I just got paid 200
got a
grand.
crazy
and
high job.
God.
Yeah.
Happiens.
Does all the money we make during summits go to charity? Every single penny.
We don't touch it.
Yeah.
Yep, it does. It doesn't even go into our accounts. It goes straight to the charity.
Straight to the charity.
does.
So if you donate, you can also write it off on your taxes.
Yep.
We use Tiltify, which is a very popular streaming charity service.
Yep.
And
Which, by the way, if you guys are watching this on YouTube right now, then start on December 1st. Come to twitch.tv/StumpTGAMERS and hang out with us for 12 days.
I like how it's oh my god!
Whoa! You went through the warp gate.
It's Stargate.
Awesome. Yeah.
But yeah,
You're visiting
Tiltify.
other planets, Jazz.
Tiltify, all they do is track the donation. They don't even touch it. It just goes directly to the charity.
Yeah.
They're just a pass through.
It's not even pass through, it's pass around.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Do. Erk. Surprise, baby. What do we got? I don't think I'm winning that one from you. Let's play the lottery. Oh yeah, that was close.
Nice.
Chrissy brought me Starbucks.
Ah. What's your go-to Starbucks order?
Oh, just a mocha. I'm a simple man.
I'm a simple man. I like chocolate.
Yep. I like chocolate. It's true. I mean,
That's
you read my mind, Jazz.
that's me as well. Except not with. I like
Not with
chocolate.
coffee.
Not the other half of the mocha. No.
Let's go pension,
Y'all non-coffee
baby.
drinkers. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. Even Ash's mom on Thanksgiving was like, I don't know what wrong with you.
Everyone at the Thanksgiving table blasted me for not liking coffee. Y'all are the weird ones. You're drinking burnt beans. All right.
It's delicious, Ash. Come on.
I would say you haven't had good coffee, but I know Jazzy's probably tried.
Yeah. It's
You like
bad.
coffee ice cream.
I do like coffee ice cream.
Oh,
That's
so
true.
then you just need coffee with tons of cream and sugar.
And like
Basically,
Jasmine has
yeah.
tried to give me that as well.
Yeah.
She's tried giving me like Dutch Brothers that have been like heavily
Yeah.
sweetened. It's still
Yeah.
like disgusting.
I mean, look, each their own. You can. Who's to judge? I've got
I'm
weird
here to
food.
judge.
I've got weird food stuff. Burnt beans and stovetop are delicious, Ash.
Yeah, I don't like artichokes or watermelon, which I think is like kind of universally liked by people.
Aw.
Artichokes,
Yeah, I
I
think
feel like is
artichokes
one
not
that not
great.
everyone
That's a weird one.
loves.
No.
Artichokes are weird. I love artichokes, but I get that it's weird. Like they do taste weird. I just like that weird.
Artichokes is honestly one that I'm just surprised even caught
taxes.
on as something that people decided to eat way back when. You
Look,
know?
when you're
It's like,
starving, you'll eat anything,
Yeah.
Ash.
it just like it took so much effort to even get to the edible thing.
I think about that so much. I think
And
about
it's called an artichoke because if you eat the wrong part, it's bad for you. You know.
Exactly.
I think about people and like the trial and error of figuring out what was good and what wasn't. Like when it comes to fishing, like there was a lot of trial and error, I'm sure, when they were like, okay, that guy died when he ate that fish. Let's remember what he ate and not do that again.
I think a
definitely
lot
that,
of
but
it
then-
is also watching the animals eat the things
Exactly.
and be
That's what I was
like,
gonna
well,
say.
that's obviously safe for them to eat, so it should be safe
Yeah.
for me too.
Yeah, right, but you can't observe what the animals are eating when it comes to fish. Because that's all happening underwater.
Well, no, but think of it this way. You fish all the stuff up, you eat the familiar ones, you throw out the other ones, and then you watch
Plus,
what the rats eat.
If
you
you're
know?
best buddies with a bear, you're watching him fish.
Yeah, I mean, but like, I think that I'm with you on that one, Jazzy. It's like you just observe animals doing stuff. You're like, hey, those deer always eat that weird stuff. Maybe we should try it out.
Okay, here's my question. Is 2 piggy banks worth more than 100K?
I think it's worth
No.
the same.
No, it's worth less.
Well,
It's
I mean,
worth
they're
less.
40 each
They're
for
40
the icon.
each, so you
Oh,
lose.
are they 40? I thought they were
Yeah. So you would lose money on that deal.
Okay.
Yeah, unless you got the
Unless,
crown.
like unless you're getting a crown from it,
Yeah, exactly.
those are never worth more than money.
I love the story of cheese and how that's been made. Like, one of the ways that we've discovered cheese is that in the past, god damn, they would put milk in like, their
Like a bag?
like it was like basically lamb stomachs like that had been cured. But because lamb stomachs still had that sort of chemical that turns milk into cheese, I forget what it's called. It's like
Oh, an enzyme.
It's like an enzyme.
Retinine or something like that?
So, like, on long travels, the bag would be sloshing with the milk inside of it, and obviously the agitation and the enzymes would break down the milk and turn it into cheese. They found that delicious, and then they were like started experimenting more and more with how do we make different varieties of cheese, or how can we make cheese last longer?
How do you make milk funky? Yeah.
How do you make it last longer so they'd create more harder cheeses that could last for longer periods of time than like the softer cheeses that they would accidentally make while traveling. I always think that's really fascinating because like cheese is such a weird thing to like produce naturally.
I think part of it too was the idea that they were like traveling, like these were people that were on the move.
Yeah,
so
so
the fact
it was
shaking.
The shaking, the enzymes in the lamb stomach, it would just do that.
The
so.
agitation. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. That makes sense.
I like
would
the
have assumed
discovery
they
of-
did it accidentally by boiling it. You know.
The discovery of beer. Because it's thought that they left a pot of like barley out basically that
And got rained on or something.
got rained on and fermented, and that's how beer came to be. But the thing is, like, somebody decided to drink that. They were like, yeah, this jar that we left out for a few weeks that's got a bunch of nasty rainwater in it, like, why don't you drink it? See what happens.
Would an animal drink beer?
Oh, here's a good question.
Like monkeys drink,
if
eat
they were
fermented.
desperate-
Like there's
Well, I mean,
animals
I'm
that eat
just wondering
fermented
if-
fruit.
I'm wondering if an animal, again, you watch it happen. Or yeah, like you're right, Rick. I mean, it could just be somebody went over to it. They're like, yeah, I'll drink.
Well, because
this
if they
weird
watched an animal
bread
do it, they
water.
would see the animal do it and get poisoned, basically, and be like, that animal is stumbling around like it's going to die.
Maybe
Let's
they thought
not
it was
drink that.
Maybe they thought it was like soupy. They're like, oh, it's just water and wheat. It's a soup.
There's
Well,
a
also
good,
you have to remember that a lot of people were probably like, we can't really throw it out because that's our food for the week.
Do we know that beer's the first alcohol?
Pretty sure.
Because I could see it being wine. But I
I'm
think
pretty
it's
sure
beer.
it was beer.
Yeah, and beer back then wasn't super fermented, and it was more hearty. Like it was like a high calorie drink, so they would use it in order to help them like
For sure.
maintain
Yeah,
energy to work.
I mean, beer built the pyramids, right?
Yeah, so like the thing when we think of beer
Pyramids.
now
Yeah.
versus back then, it's completely different.
There's a good question I want to touch on real quick in chat where someone asked, do we know where coffee came from? And so, yeah, people decided to take those beans and burn the shit out of them.
No, they were
then
probably saving
They knew
them.
it was disgusting when they decided to, like, brew it with water, yet for some reason they just decided to choke it down.
And it's not like
You
That's
are
so
in the
not true.
minority here.
Yeah.
with coffee, it's a berry. So they probably dried the berry with the bean inside of it still, and then try to figure out other ways to use that later.
I
Like the
forget,
bean-
is it like a chocolate process where they have to ferment
here we
it
go,
as
y'all.
They
well?
do have to ferment it, yeah.
Yeah.
They dry it, and I think they ferment it a little bit.
I only had money. I have very minimal tokens here.
All right, so I'm reading a quick thing on the history of fermentation because I was like, I gotta look this up. So there is the earliest dating fermentation. It looks like
Woo,
is
Ash!
in ancient China.
Good job, Ash.
7,000
my
years
loan.
ago. Oh my goodness.
Your one loan.
Hey, I won!
Hey,
Money's
you
not
did it.
real, y'all.
Money's not real. Rickonomics is. That's ridiculous. Oh man.
We did it, y'all. That's the space level. Let's see what all the puzzle pieces now that we'll now have to do for this level.
Okay. Well, obviously all of them.
Yeah.
Got two,
I traveled 50
Got two
spaces,
pieces.
which we all did.
and I bought a house.
Oh, I got a lot of piggies and I got a lot of intellect.
I got
All
three.
right.
I got 3 puzzle pieces.
I got 5.
Damn.
All right, y'all. That's been Game of Life 2, the new lunar map. Very cool level. Thank you so much to Marmalade Games for continuing to update this. I sort of assumed they were done with their season pack. Maybe they're not. Maybe there's even more maps to come out. I don't know.
Keep them coming.
Keep them coming. Love it. Anyway, y'all, what do you think of the new map? Would you like to see us play more? Let us know down in those comments below. With that, we're going to move on.